Actually,
So we were on our stress relief beach vacation, having fun. Didn't darn Ashley have to take the girls out there to hop waves? Now, it was quiet. I didn't want to freak out and lose my mind, and I trusted her. She was well versed in this, I could tell. Go get a towel. Are you okay? Okay, you're in. Held my tongue for a long time. Not something I would do with the girls. They are almost 9, and they can swim decently. I just, it was a little nerve-wracking, so.
Hey guys, it's Katie from Without a Crystal Ball. Welcome back to my channel. It's March 25th. We have not done a Gosselin update in a hot minute. This family is always filled with drama, and we have some new drama that I think you guys are going to be kind of surprised with, but maybe not, because it's Kate, and why would Kate not do that? Okay, so it's March 25th. Grab your coffee, your tea, your wine, whatever you got. We have so much to talk about. This one's going to be a doozy. Miss Gosselin, Katie did. I think her real name is actually Katie. Isn't that funny? Okay, anyways, that's just like my name, except I'm not like her. She's like the ultimate Karen. It's true. Kate is divorced from John, and they have this very entangled, horrible relationship. And what would you do if you had this terrible relationship with your ex-husband and you had kids that were juniors in high school? What would you do if your kids had not much left of school left? You sell your $1 million house and you hightail it out of Pennsylvania and you take your kids to a state where literally they know no one. Does this sound like a recipe for success or disaster? I will say that it probably sounds like a recipe for disaster, because that's exactly what Kate did. Do you know anything about kids that are like in their senior year, junior year? They're very attached to their friends. They've gone through the same school for a million years. They don't have any sort of understanding of like life outside of that friend group. And they don't like to change things all the way towards the end of their school years, right? So Kate has been struggling with cash, allegedly, and she needed to sell her house. Now, the house that she bought was purchased, I think, for over $1 million back in 2008 or 2009, and it was supposed to be for the kids. That's what they said when they bought the house, like the house is for the kids. She got the house in the divorce because it was for the kids, and so she sold the house, and there was a lot of questions about how she wanted to move out of state. Well, it sounds like she's landed in North Carolina, which is kind of random. She's from Pennsylvania. She grew up in Pennsylvania. She has family in Pennsylvania. Literally has very few ties to North Carolina other than vacationing there back in like back on the show. I think she took the kids. They went to like the Outer Banks, someplace in North Carolina, for a family vacation. I don't know what is in North Carolina. I don't know if it's cheaper to live in North Carolina. I don't know if there's more opportunities in North Carolina, or if she just picked a state that was warmer and far away from John. I'm gonna go with she picked a state that was warm and far away from John for 500. So here's the deal. I guess Maddie and Cara are not happy, and the Hollywood Life actually reported this a few days ago, and this is what the source told the Hollywood Life. Kate picked up and moved the kids down to North Carolina to spend their junior and senior years there with a totally new life. And they said the two older girls are in no rush to go to North Carolina. They aren't happy about the move because they have no friends there. And Colin and Hannah are staying up in Pennsylvania. So this is really weird. John has gone very public about how Kate has alienated the kids from him, and how he hopes that the two that he has, Colin and Hannah, will be able to reunite with their siblings and see them. How do you see your 4 siblings if they literally live in North Carolina and you live in Pennsylvania? That's not like a 2-hour drive at all. Is she trying to further alienate the kids from John? Like, now I'm going to move you out of state so you can't see your dad. And is she trying to like punish her kids, Hannah and Colin, by taking their siblings out of state so it'll make it damn near impossible for them to see their siblings? This is a decision I don't understand. I understand that parts of Pennsylvania are expensive, but they lived kind of in a rural area. And even if it were expensive, she could have just downgraded and got a smaller house in that area and not removed the kids from every single thing that they know, take them away from their family, from their friends, from their other siblings, not even allowing an attempt at any sort of negotiation. And I wonder how this all played out in court. John does not have custody of the kids, but he does have legal custody of them. So legal decisions would have to be, run by him so that he knows what's going on with them. Do you think that there was any pushback from John on this? Like, yeah, sure, take the kids out of the country, out of the state. I mean, it might as well be out of the country, but it's not. I mean, it's not that far apart from each other. They're both on the East Coast, but still, like, that's such an odd move. And not to mention when they're older. Like, honestly, the only thing that I can think is this benefits Kate more than anyone else. She gets to go to a place that has a warmer climate, that has a beach, that has maybe more opportunities for her, a fresh start. But then it also like takes all of these opportunities from her kids away. She takes away the opportunity of her kids to try to have a relationship with their father, to try to reconcile with their siblings, to graduate with the kids that they grew up with, to go to prom, to, all those things that you have looked forward to as a child when you're with your class and you're like, I can't wait. We're going to walk down we're going to walk together and it's going to be the most amazing thing and it's going to be awesome. And it's like this culmination, and to like rip that opportunity out of their hands in the like last 2 years of high school actually seems kind of cruel to me, but that's just me. And then it also just seems cruel to remove the kids and make them live so far from their siblings. These are kids that were sextuplets. They were all in her tummy at one time. These kids are bonded for life, whether they like it or not. And now she has taken them and alienated them even further. I don't blame Cara and Mady for being mad about this move. It makes zero sense. And they're in New York, so they're further from them in New York than they are, I think. They're in New York in college. They were from Pennsylvania, so they're closer to their dad now than they are to Kate. Part of me wonders if what Kate just did by upsetting Cara and Mady will potentially impact them, maybe considering reconciling with their father. Maybe that behavior by Kate, seeing what she'll do when she wants something that benefits her and literally nobody else, will that maybe prompt the girls to maybe consider what her father has been saying in the media for years, that Kate is an alienator, that she has poisoned their minds about him, that they have, the reason why they don't like him is really because of the lies that Kate has been telling them about him. I mean, this is a man that was literally on his deathbed with COVID this year, and now his kids have been moved down to North Carolina. I honestly can't imagine what that might feel like for a father. I know if I were in that position, I would feel devastated if my kids were that far from me, because your kids are like a part of your heart. Like, it doesn't matter if you are separated from them. It doesn't matter if you are having a fight with them. But just like knowing that they were in the same town as him, knowing that there was always that option to, like, if they needed to see him, they could. And now they don't have that option. Like, if something goes wrong with Kate, now there's Kate and nobody else. All of their family, all of their extended family is in Pennsylvania. Why would she do this to them? It makes no sense to me. Honestly, this just screams like narcissism to me, but that's just me. John says that she has narcissistic personality disorder, and he claims that she has bipolar disorder. So could she just lack the impulse control to do what she should be doing and only care about herself? I don't know. But what do you think about this latest move by Kate? Tell me in the comments below. Bye, guys.